Welcome to the episode of Believe in Falcons. I'm your host, Ovie, my co-host, Michael Turner, and we're feeling good because it's Saints rivalry week. Rivalry week. Mike, say it.
Right.
How do you say rivalry week?
Rivalry week.
It's
like
not just rivalry week. See, so
rivalry week. You can't say that fast.
No, you can't say rivalry week, rivalry week, rivalry week. You know what we're talking about. It's hate week, all right? It's hate week. Hate week. It's those Aints. It's Aints hate week part 2. The first time we had to do some last second theatrics to win the game, but this time it's a different Saints team, a different Falcons team. The first time we played them, they were still fresh off that 2-0 start. They were feeling good. We were saying Derek might not be a car salesman. He was out there balling. They were talking some big stuff. And that's changed. The Saints now are a hot mess, a hot, stinking, steaming pile of stuff. I had to catch myself because past the watch, I got kids watching the podcast. We're growing leaps and bounds. We appreciate all our fans, those subscribing, watch us on YouTube and Spotify and Apple. You make me and Mike feel the love. I go to Kroger, someone show me their phone, man, I watch you. I go to Home Depot, people like, oh man, Believe in Falcons. I say, okay, all right, cool. Like, it's good, man. We're trying to be your go-to source for Falcons information and for Falcons football, and just to talk and have a good time. And we're getting there, Mike. But it's hate week, man. How should Falcons fans be feeling right now with all that's going on with the Falcons and those guys across the pond?
I mean, the Falcons fans should be feeling proud, man. This is the energy that we talked about preseason. Yeah. That burning energy, that underneath those rumbles that we were talking about, like this might be a good year for us. Yeah, it's looking pretty good right now. It's looking pretty good. We in control.
Yes.
Can we keep control? Can we maintain our dominance of the NFC? You know what I'm saying? Like, because we undefeated against the Bucs, we swept them. Can we sweep the Saints? And I don't know the last time we swept the Saints in the season. So I wish we had a stat boy or something that can look up that real quick to see the last time we swept the Saints in the season.
Man, it's been a long time coming because we haven't been good in a long time. We haven't swept anything. The Bucs, the Saints, the Panthers. This is going to be a potentially historic year. And if I was a betting man, Mike, I would bet that the Falcons are going to not just win this game, but make this a year to remember. But speaking on bet, we got to show our sponsor, BetOnline, some love. As we all know, BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for online betting. From the earliest odds to in-game live betting, BetOnline provides you with all the action and the ability to watch the game as it happens. With the largest selection of odds on everything from football, NBA, college basketball, NHL, UFC, MMA, head on over to BetOnline today to get in on the action with America's most trusted site for online wagering. BetOnline, the game starts here, Mike, and the Falcons are starting to be that team. They're starting to be that squad that people can really puff their chest out. They can really get excited about it. They really talk some trash because this is trash talking week. This is Aints week where, again, we're old. I got a little gray in my beard. I shaved it down. You don't have any gray because I guess
I got a little salt.
Yeah. So we're getting older, but there was once a time when, Mike, you were one of the baddest tailbacks in the NFL. There's once a time I was one of the baddest fullbacks in the NFL, and we played for the Falcons together, and Saints week came up. And it just changed. Like the air changed, like the electricity, changed. Everyone's focus changed because we knew that Saints week was a different week. We knew that Matt Ryan was going to lock in. We knew that Roddy White was going to lock in. We knew that Abraham was going to lock in because we do not want to lose to those goddamn Saints. If there was one game that we had to win, even years when we were not doing that great, we're like, we can't lose to those guys. And it happened back and forth to where games or seasons where Saints were doing great, we were doing terrible, we beat them. Season where we're doing great and we're on paper better than them, they beat us. So it was never a game that you could just look past. And despite the Falcons being so good this year, this isn't a game that we can look past because anything can happen.
Right. So I don't know the last time we've been in a situation where the New Orleans Saints fired their coach before playing the Falcons. I don't know the last time. That part. So this is a super trap game. They already sucked, right?
Super trap.
This is super trap. Already sucked. You fire your coach. You trade your best corner.
Marshawn Lattimore, right?
Marshawn Lattimore.
Yeah.
Chris Olave is more than likely not to play this week.
Yep.
Number one target receiver, a monster. You know what I'm saying? When he's healthy and can play. We can't relax though. We're on a different mission than them. We're on a different mission. We're trying to get better each week. You know what I'm saying? Week in and week out, we're trying to get better. We got things to clean up. We haven't played our best football yet this year. We're still gelling as a team, and we can't relax. We can't take our foot off the pedal this week. So this is a super trap game. So I hope our focus is locked on beating the Aints on the road and setting ourselves up pretty nicely for the NFC, man. Because we're looking at other teams now. We're looking at like, all right, we got this division handled. Now we're looking at, are we going to be better than the Lions? Like, how are we going to be better than the Commanders? You know what I'm saying? We got to position ourselves to be in that best position in the playoffs to have not just one home game, but maybe 2 or 3.
Absolutely, man. It's a time for us to really, I think, grow up and mature. That this isn't a team that just fight for wins, trying to get what we can and scratch and claw. Like, no, we are a team that needs to act like, I don't like even mention this guy's name, but he was the epitome of bringing maturity to his squad. Tom Brady and those Patriots, when they played games, when Tom Brady and the Patriots had a chance to put their neck on an opponent, their neck on a divisional opponent, their neck on a whole league, they did that. They operated with such efficiency. They operated with such poise, and they were, I think, masters of getting prepared. Kirk Cousins is bringing some of that to us. And there's been talk, I know we can talk about it, but they're not talking about playoffs, Super Bowl. They're doing one game at a time, which is great. I went crazy before the Seahawks game. After that beatdown, I'm trying to keep
the humble pie still good.
It was some great humble pie. It was amazing. Blueberry humble pie, my favorite. But the 5-3 start. Last time the Falcons were 5-3, 2016, went to the Super Bowl. And, our great producer Lindsay shared us some information. So the last time the Falcons had achieved a season sweep over the New Orleans Saints was 2016. That was the Super Bowl year. So, if we can do this, things are lining up. Things are lining up to where the Falcons want them. And you talked about it being a trap game. It's more than that. They got injury after injury. Chris Olave hurt, may not start. Derek Carr coming off injury. Paulson Adebo still on injury reserve. Let's see, the Rashid Shaheed receiver, he's down. Ryan Ramczyk, the tackle, the Eric McCoy center, he's gone. Will Harris, safety. Like, they have injury after injury, and they're getting rid of more people. Like, Marshawn, you get out of here. It's like if God wanted the Falcons to have the easiest win possible, he would do all that he's doing with the Saints. But even with that, the Saints are going to go all out. People talk and joke about how the NFL is rigged and, these owners want to lose games to get these top draft picks. And I understand a little bit why they feel that way, because if you've lost 7 in a row, why on earth would you win a game? What's going to do for you? Like, you want a top draft pick. You want to maybe get Shedeur Sanders. You want to get somebody who can actually help you win games in the long run. Why would you win? I'll tell you why you would win, because every one of those players got contracts. Every one of those players, unless the big ones that you got guaranteed money, they're trying to make sure that while the owner is doing his thing and moving his strings, that they got other teams watching them. So they're not laying down. They're not giving up. Despite the Saints trading away and doing all the things to make it seem like the season is over, and it is over, these players are going to play as hard as they possibly can because they hate us, we hate them, it's hate week, and crazier things have happened.
Maybe it's a method to their madness that they fired the coach right before the Falcons game. You know what I'm saying? Like, that could be one thing you could be aware of. Maybe it's a method to the madness. Like, get these guys fired up because like you said, these guys are playing for their job. This is about pride.
Yeah,
and they showing right now like we trading guys, we're getting rid of guys hurt. We're gonna see who really gonna show up to play for this franchise. You know what I'm saying? It's like, who's gonna be there for us at the end.
Yep.
And let's see. And it's a perfect game. Like, man, that's why I hate it. I hate this week. I'm a little eerie about this week. Raheem already praised the interim head coach that's in there. Like, he knows that they're not gonna down. We in their house. Saying those fans still gonna be routed. Those fans still gonna show up for this week. This is their Super Bowl.
It is.
So if you're gonna play hard, when the season's over, you're gonna play hard for one. All right, I'm gonna give my all this game right here at least, and then if we lose, we lose, and maybe we'll tank after this. But if we can make the Falcons trip up a little bit, leave a little opening for the Bucks. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like just little, you know what I'm saying? Like they got incentives to win this football game. And I hope we don't go in there sleepwalking and just drop the ball.
They want to play spoiler. It's real simple. They want to play spoiler, and they got guys who've done that before. What's his name? Taysom Hill. That's that quarterback utility knife guy that does a little bit of everything. I hate Taysom Hill. I don't use hate a lot, but I strongly dislike Taysom Hill because I don't think he's that good. Like you watch him walking around and he's like a regular guy. You know, he's not really big, he's not really fast, he's not really, shifty, but he's really good at being good enough at everything. And
gotta show his value.
I was like, this guy's not gonna last in the NFL, and I'm hating because he's with the Saints. I'm like, I hate. Like, he's horrible. He's terrible. He has no skills. And then he turns to receiver. And he's a quarterback. And he's running back. And he's doing like RPOs. And he's beaten us a couple of times. I've been in the stadium. I'm like, who's the Taysom Hill guy? Right. He's still on the Saints. He still wants to beat us. And he can make a lot of crazy things happen. Him and Derek Carr, they're trying to have a resurgence because they know they may not be here next year. They may be somewhere else. And if we can get to the quarterback the way we did last game, we'll be good. So shout out to Caden Ellis, got the game ball last game because he had an amazing game from beginning to end, running side to side, getting sacks, tackles for loss, big fourth down tackle on CD Lamb. Caden Ellis stepped up. And I mentioned on the podcast on Sunday after the game that, I'm critical of our linebackers because that's the weakest part of our defense, and that's where we get attacked. And if these guys don't step up, you already know you're only as good as your weakest link. And our weakest link is getting stronger. Not only is Caden Ellis playing better, but we got my man, Troy Anderson. Yes, I said my man, Troy Anderson.
Now you're man. You're going to get a jersey. Get a jersey, man. Get a jersey.
I'm on the podcast, man. I never doubted you for a second, except for I never doubted you. Now you're my guy. You're my guy, Troy. Troy's coming back. Troy got the game ball right before he left out. He had one of his best games before he left out. So having Caden Ellis, Troy Anderson, Nate Lamb, and like our linebackers play better. Oh, we gonna do something. And I think I like the way the Raheem's pushing our players. It's happened before. It doesn't happen often because sometimes these coaches have a loyalty to the old vets, and they're like, "Well, you're older, you've been here longer. We're going to give you an opportunity to do what you got to do." But some coaches are like, "I don't care how many years you got. I don't care how much pedigree you have. I don't care what your name is. If you're not playing, you're not playing. If you're not playing well, then you're not playing for me." That's kind of what Raheem's saying about our man, Matthew Judon. I was a big Judon fan. When we got him, I was like, oh, shoot, let's go. We got Judon and Justin Simmons. We was talking about it. Like, we're going out here making moves. My man, Terry Fontenot, knows what to do when it comes to picking players. Yeah. Judon hasn't been everything that we've wanted him to be so far. There's still time. He can get a resurgence, but they've been putting some of the young guys, Evan Cady, and some of these younger D linemen in there, because they need production. And it's what have you done for me lately? And it's a younger and cheaper league. As soon as they can find a younger fullback, not a better fullback, but a younger fullback than Ovie, Ovie's out of there. They can find a younger, cheaper tailback Michael Turner's out of there. So if Judon's playing at the same level as these guys, they're going to choose those younger guys. And, hats off to Raheem to, pulling the trigger, because Judon has had the least amount of snaps he's ever had last game. When somebody asked Coach about it, he was like, I'm trying to find ways to get the most productive pass rusher. And it's working. Three sacks last game against the Cowboys. If we can reproduce that, we're in a good spot, because that's obviously one of our weak points. And I think getting to the quarterback and making that consistent thing we do is going to help us down the road.
You know what? You know what I mean? When we brought him, we got high hopes for him, right?
Yeah.
That's why we had those little rumbles. Trade deadline just passed. And what was the talk? Are we going to get a pass rusher? Are we going to make a move?
I thought you were, Mike.
They're right. But we shouldn't have those talks. We shouldn't have those talks if Judon was doing what he's supposed to been doing.
True.
Right? If he getting sacks and everything, doing what we're supposed to do, it wouldn't be no trade line, you know what I'm saying? Like no last minute trades to bolster our defense. You know what I'm saying? Put more trust in our defense, right? So maybe last week was a wake-up call for him, like, all right, you're not gonna get no snaps if you're not out there balling. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So maybe that was a message to him to step up and play. And this will be a great game to play, Judon.
Yes.
It's the Aints.
Oh,
you'll win a lot of fans over. Give you a couple weeks, give you three extra weeks in the fans' favorite. You know what I'm saying?
Man, Judon he's got whatever he's got to do, whether it's change his diet up, whether it's change his his repertoire, how he leads up to games, or change his workout regimen, something. It's got to happen because the man is good. Like when we got him, I looked up what he was doing in his old team. I was like, oh, we got that guy coming here. Oh, it's a win. Let's go. So it's really about making sure you do everything in your power to prepare yourself and your body to play. And speaking of that, I'm real excited, Mike, to let you and let our Believe in Falcons listeners and fans and watchers know about an exciting new sponsor we have for the show. This one's personal because, Mike, you and several of my teammates helped me to get to where I needed to go to. This sponsor is named Progressive Medical Center, and they are the reason that I lost almost 90 pounds from 2023 to 2024. And I had several friends of mine share with me how obese I was. And like, I was a little fatty, and sometimes tough love is necessary. I went to Baltimore, and because the guys in Baltimore don't see me every day, like you and Abraham and other guys, Jerry's, y'all saw me slowly get fat. You just used to be being 325 pounds, Mike. I was 325. I mean, you saw me at events. I mean, the last not at 320. I was 320.
I just remember you in a big purple or blue suit or something like that.
I was big.
Looking like Barney or somebody. I don't know.
Man, I was big. So y'all listen up here. So Progressive and their Dr. Goley. I've been friends with Dr. Goley since I retired from the Falcons. My body was broken, knee, shoulder, all the stuff at fullback. Not only did he get me right, got me all the supplements and the hormones and everything else, but he always stayed in touch with me. So after the pandemic, I gained all that weight. I was like, I got to do something to get to where I need to be. And I went to Doc after I came back from a Ravens game where I got obliterated. Ray, Ed, Todd Heap, like all my old Ravens teammates who hadn't seen me for a while, they saw me. I was 250, and I was 300. They were shocked that I was wearing a fat suit. Like they literally said, "Man, take that fat suit off." I said, "I can't. It's my body. I can't take the fat suit off." But long story short, Progressive Medical Center and Dr. Goley got me everything I needed to lose weight, and they were a key, I think, anchor every week, going to see Diane, going to see their staff to get me to, slow lifestyle changes and methodical, but doing it safe. And if you go there, Progressive Medical Center, or the website, progressivemedicalcenter.com, you can book a consultation, and they have a free 3D body scan if you use the code Ovie. Real simple. Tell Dr. Goley, Ovie sent me, go to Progressive Medical Center, and they'll get you a consultation that will give you all the secrets and all the shots and the pills and the help and the hormones, and they have all these things you can do, but it gets you right. And I'll be posting on my website, Mike, about my journey, because people didn't see, it kind of just happened. I was off social media. No one's trying to post when you look like, the second coming of the blob. So,
okay. So you said a free what?
So a free body scan with a consultation. And this is important because I didn't know how big I was. This 3D body scan, it not only shows you exactly what your size is, but every couple months you take another body scan, you get to see where the changes are being made. Now, it's about diet, but it starts up here. It's mental. So for those who want to perform better, those who want to be healthier, they have everything under the sun. So y'all check out Progressive Medical Center. It's a spot that it's going to be well worth it. But Mike, wrapping up with these Falcons, man.
Hold on. I'm not done. So you feeling good? You feeling chiseled? You chiseled now?
dude, like it's actually insane because and Brian Finneran will tell you, I disappear. Like I'm not coming out. People, I was the fat friend trying to go out. Like you're like, hey, Ovie, let's go to this party. No. Hey, Ovie, let's go to the event. No. Hey, Ovie, I'm like, nah. I was like, I was shopping at the big and tall store. I had 4X clothes. You know, literally, I had what was my pant size? My pant size was like 44, 46.
Okay.
I wear 36 now in pant size. And so it was crazy, man. And there is no amount of money. Thankfully, I didn't have to give it all, but it's priceless. Like what they've given me, so I can go out and play with my kids, so I can go out and hop on the trampoline because I was 3-4 jumps on trampoline and I was done. My dad like, come on, Dad, let's play. I was like, give me a second, I'm tired. You know, like, let's go play basketball. I was like 2 shots, I'm done. Like I could not with my now 16-year-old daughter doing softball, 12-year-old daughter doing volleyball, and 10-year-old son doing everything. I was useless. You know, I knew you got kids, Mike, and they'd probably like, yo, Daddy, might play with me. And if you got a 300-pound fat suit on, you can't do what you want to do. So I'm just saying.
I'm saying people notice your work, man. They notice you so much. Like we got a YouTube comment that they think that you are the model of the Dwayne Wade statue.
Ah. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's not funny. Yeah.
They think that's you. Oh, they say that's you. So we're gonna post that. We're gonna put the D Wade statue up, and they think that's Ovie Haley. So chiseled. So chiseled.
That statue is horrible, Mike. That statue is
you, man. They say it's you. They say it's you. They say it's you.
It's not me. I'm flattered. I wish I had Dwayne Wade's money, but it's not me. It's not me. Oh, you got jokes, man. You got jokes. You know what? I would say you go progressive, Mike, but you already in good shape, man. What did you do to not get fat over your offseason? Actually, you did for a little bit.
I did get fat.
But you got back.
Back, I mean, not always on purpose. You know, sometimes you just lose weight on accident. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Going through, you know what I'm saying? Going through things or whatever. But I do a lot of hiking and stuff. I do a lot of walking. I do
a black man hiking? Did you say you hike? Are you out in the woods with the bears and tigers?
I have a backpack. I do a lot of walking. I like to walk. Get some fresh air, man. Get outside, get some fresh air. Doing all this park, you know, Georgia has a lot of parks and stuff. I'll be in some mines. I mean, like mines, but like caves up in Nashville. Caves. I do all this type of stuff, man.
Mike,
but that's another show, man. That's another show. That's another show.
Yeah, that's another show. Before we leave, man, we gotta know what Mike's burning question is because you know we've been missing that a couple of times. But the fans want to know when's the Mike's burning question segment coming on. It's back. All right, it's here. Mike's burning question for these Falcons fans, for these great Believe in Falcons listeners and watchers. What is it, Mike? What's your burning question? What's eating you up right now?
Are we ready to prove our dominance in not only in the NFC South,
yeah,
but also in the NFC period? Like, are we ready for the next step? Like, because all right, we're winning. Winning record is just a winning record. Yeah. But how do we match up against the Commanders, against the Lions, maybe the Rams or the 49ers or whoever comes out the West? Right. Whoever comes out, you know what I'm saying? Maybe Green Bay or you know what I'm saying? Somebody, it's going to be the second team out the North, the Vikings. We got them too. Yeah. So we got to sharpen our sword, man. Like, and it's time. It's time right now. We got 2 games before the bye.
Yeah.
Let's get this thing together. Let's really gel together and see where we're really at by the time bye week comes. Because Denver ain't no joke next week. But we're not looking for next week because we got the Aints this week. This is more right now. But we're setting ourselves up to be really good. And that's my burning question. Can we be dominant? Are we ready to step up now and really take over and really show out for the rest of the season?
That's a great question, Mike, because I've been waiting for it every single game. I'm like, oh, this is the game. The Cowboys, oh, this is the game. You know, the Panthers, oh, this is the game. We're going to do it. On paper, we've been better than a lot of teams, but it's always a close game. And I would love to not squeak by. I've been saying it for the longest time. When are we going to get our foot, put it on their throat, and apply pressure and just dominate and beat the teams we're supposed to beat? Because we're supposed to beat this bad Saints team, man. It's a little different because it's a hate week and it's a rival, and we know they're going to be good. But it'd be still nice for us to actually dominate because we can. We got all the tools. And if our defense keeps on improving from what they've done, if our linebackers keep on improving from what they've done, and if our D-line, these young boys, Ebiketie, he's the hurries, the pressures, and now the sacks, if he can be our guy, our John Abraham, we got something, Mike, because, I mean, hey, we're ballers. We know that when you get it in your mind that you're going to raise your level of play, you're unstoppable. So before we leave, Mike, give us a Michael Turner type of what's going on in your mindset behind the scenes playing the Saints, because you've had some great games against the Saints. Like, how are you able to? Because you try to play good every single game against the Saints. Right. You got some of your best games. Like, how is Michael Turner able to raise his level of play and go out there and dominate? Maybe the Falcons.
Well, you always it's NFL, so you always expect the best from them.
Yeah.
But now it's a year like, all right, now we're really better than y'all now. Like, this the game I want to take my tape off in the fourth quarter.
Ooh.
You know that feeling?
Yeah.
You know that
So bad. They're like, Mike, come out.
Yeah, come out. Yeah.
Antonio.
That's when, you know what I'm saying? Like, because, if you go out there early, show your dominance, don't give them any hope early. I'm taking my tape off in the fourth quarter. That's what I want. That's my goal. And I want my fellas to feel the same way. Let's go out there and blow these boys out. Don't play with them. Let's take our tape off in the fourth quarter. Let's have our own hats. Let's have our own Falcons hats in the fourth quarter. And let the young boys eat. Let the young boys eat.
Let them eat. On that, Mike, man, let's go ahead and sign off, because that's the mentality we got to be. We have to have that killer mentality, that dominate mentality, that brutal, violent Falcons football that we played in the past, and Kirk Cousins leading the ship the whole way. I'm loving it, man. I'm loving where we're at. I'm loving what we got coming up against the Saints. I know for a fact we're not going to let what happened against the Seahawks happen in this game, because we can't. We don't want to leave the door cracked at all for the Bucs or anybody to try and take our almost guaranteed playoff position, because we win in this division. Right. So, man, great convo. Appreciate y'all listening and watching. Y'all like, subscribe, follow us, and keep believing in our Falcons.
Believe in Falcons, baby.
All day.